Welcome back to the Justice League right here at Comicstorian. My name is Benny and I'm your normal narrator for your favorite comic books, video games, and movies. Today we're going to be doing Justice League issue 34 and 35, and it's super complex and super convoluted as to what's going on now, but let me give you a quick rundown. Back in No Justice, the Justice League broke the Source Wall, which released the villain known as Perpetua, a multiversal being whose entire purpose is to reforge our universe into the ultimate evil version of the universe. By doing so, she recruited Lex Luthor and combined him with a white Martian, turning him into the apex predator and basically her general, her lackey. He then beat the Justice League, and the entire planet of Earth sided with Doom. In order to battle against the Legion of Doom and Perpetua, the Justice League is looking for the totality by going through various points of time. In the past with the Justice Society, in the current day, and in the future with Justice League Unlimited. When we last left off, each of the groups were in their various time periods looking for the totality as a way to stop Perpetua. And if you want to know how we got to this point, I'll give you the link down below. But that's the most clean version of what happened I can give you. If you like this video and you want to know more of what's going on with the Justice League, please give it a like so that every week we can get you caught up on the Justice League storyline. And let's get started. Starting in the past, Cheetah leans down as she snarls into Poseidon's ear, telling him that he needs to listen very carefully. She was once cursed by his kind for speaking the truth, but today you will hear it from her lips. And the truth is, it's time. Time for the gods to fall and the new gods to rise. Now do as commanded or die on your knees. Poseidon weakly responds, yes, I will obey. Cheetah yells, good! Stop holding back. You are Poseidon, god of the seas, the tempest and the fury. Unleash all that power that you have inside. Destroy Atlantis and all within. As the torrents begin to rip apart the Atlantis of old, inside Vandal Savage says that his answer still remains. His Legionnaire Club has assumed command of Atlantis and they will not help the Justice Society. Aquaman shouts that the city's outer ring has fallen, and in moments Poseidon will be upon them, you wretched caveman. John stops him. Look, we just need to talk this out. The moment to act is now. No matter what you've planned, Vandal, it won't work. I've seen it. The Legionnaires discover the nature of the totality, and instead of facing its impact, you try to move the Earth out of the way. The act ends up helping your enemies, the ones attacking at this very moment, Savage. If they acquire the totality, they'll unlock it and kill everyone. Right now, every fight in the universe, all of it, comes down to what is going to be done in this room right now. So I'm asking, please act with us. Savage pauses for a moment to think and then tells them, fine, you will bring me this artifact, the Conch of Orion. Just know that if any of you fools decide to betray us, Alan then stops. You can trust us. The Justice Society will fight against Poseidon and the Legion of Doom. We'll give you all the time you need to open up that portal. Meanwhile, in the future, Brainiac 1 million grabs our heroes, telling them that it's no use. With this iteration of the multiverse dying, he and he alone will hold the history of all that came before, and then there will be new information to record. Understand, this is the end of history. All that remains is doom. And then a voice shouts, not so fast. I think justice still has a fighting chance. Everyone, go! Dozens of heroes, if not hundreds, all charge forward, led by Commandy. And they quickly get to work dismantling all of Brainiac 1 million's drones. As Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman fall to the ground, Commandy runs over telling them that he went to every future that he could get to in their White Dwarf ship. He found every Justice League hero that he could find in all of the futures that Brainiac captured. Hopefully, it's enough. Wonder Woman tells him that he's done well. For someone who's used to fighting alone, he makes a great teammate. Commandy laughs, telling her that she was the one who said it best. When you're fighting for good, you're never really alone, right? Brainiac 1 million tells everyone it does not matter. You will be destroyed and assimilated. The future Starman holds Brainiac 1 million back, stating that they won't hold this forever. He's gonna call out every other Starman in the entire universe, future and past. If anyone's listening, we are running out of time. Meanwhile, in the present day, Ultra Monitor is battling against Perpetua while Starman and Hawkgirl are keeping Lex Luthor busy. Starman calls out to Hawkgirl that she cannot waste all of her power on Lex. They're going to need it to power up the Ultra Monitor. This is their chance to win. They cannot risk it. Hawkgirl shouts that they might be able to hold Lex off, but she can hurt him. And right now, she's not going to waste time worrying if whether the rest of the league is going to make it on time. If they can take down Luthor now, they'll cut off Perpetua's right hand. Starman hesitates, telling her to just stay close because when the moment comes, they're going to need her to act together or they will lose. And Lex Luthor asks, telling him, "Come on now, you've already lost." Back in the past, the Justice Society is holding back the Legion of Doom while Starman is finishing up his preparations, and he tells everyone that once things are ready, he'll be calling out to the Starmen of the future. If the frequency is right, they will receive his call. "Starmen, do you hear me?" And at that very second, the Starmen across all time hear the call. Their powers begin to connect to one another, all thinking and feeling as one. The Starman of the present cries out to the others that it is time. Send your teams through the gates to the Hall of Justice. He will open up the last portal and take them here for the final battle. Perpetua watches, stating, No, I will not allow this to happen." And she reaches out, but the Ultra Monitor grabs her, telling her, "That is enough. Your time has come to an end, Mother." The teams in the past and the future all run through their portals to the Hall of Justice, and they make their way towards the portal to the end of the universe. With Lex distracted on the possibility of losing, Hawkgirl attacks again, but she misses. The Ultra Monitor calls out that they need her power, but as Hawkgirl is rushing over to help him, Lex stabs her in the back mid-flight, stopping her from powering up the Ultra Monitor. Starman then yells that they need to keep control of Perpetua. In a few moments, the portal will open. And at that moment, the portal begins to close before it can open. Starman looks around asking what's happening? And Lex bursts out laughing. "It's over! Enough of the world has sided with Doom! The seventh energy is unlocked. The balance is tipped, and it's all thanks to you." Perpetua begins to stand up, stating that she can feel them, all of them. The hearts of the multiverse have sided with Doom. And now Perpetua has risen. The Ultra Monitor yells out that they will stop her. They caged her once before, and they will do so again. And she glares down, telling the Anti-Monitor, one of the beings inside of the Ultra Monitor making him up, that he was the one who brought the multiverse to its knees. He has shown her his displeasure. She knows where his loyalties truly lie. Stop these games. Take control of the Ultra Monitor as you wanted. Take back the scale of power that you have ached for all of these years. I gift you back your anti-life. The Monitor and the World Forger try to cling onto the hold that they have on their brother, but the power that the Anti-Monitor has is too much. And now in full control of the Ultra Monitor, he stands tall in his newest form, yelling, "Hail Perpetua!" She then brings Starman close to her palm, telling him that he is just a little speck that stole a piece of her power. Can he sense how insignificant he truly is now? Starman looks at her. "I thought we won. I felt all the Starmen. It should have been enough." Perpetua closes her hand, crushing Starman, stating, "Alas, it wasn't. Die, speck!" Now there's a whole multiverse there to reshape in my image. Where should I begin? Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, Superman speaks with the Starman of the past, asking if there's something that they can do. They had the pieces of the totality. The portal was opening. What happened? Starman tells him that the connection between all of them just cut out. There's only one thing that comes to mind, that Will Payton, the Starman of the present day and their league, is dead. Commandy sits in the corner telling everyone that this is the end. The last great disaster. In his time, the word disaster is formed from two words, dis for bad, and aster for stay. And if what's above them right now isn't the baddest star of all, who knows what is? Batman then says that they need to hurry up and get to Kendra and Shane. There is a team capable of traveling long distance in a short amount of time, and that's the Titans. As he hurries over to Steele's boom room, he finds Miss Martin on the floor bleeding from her nose. And when he asks what happened, Miss Martian tells him that all of that entropy, all of that hatred and fury came at her. It was a scream of rage echoing in the mind of every person on the planet and beyond. The psychic energy of the multiverse just hit a tipping point. People are angry, they're afraid. Their selfish need is being amplified by the signal. Superman asks if the signal is meant for them. Is it like a psychic warning? And Miss Martian asks, you really don't know, do you? It's not just here. The signal in the sky, that's the mark of doom. It's everywhere and everyone can see it. Not just in their world, but across the multiverse. And over in Gotham of Earth 19, Perpetua appears with a thundering crack-a-boom. She looks at the premature Gotham, stating that this Earth has been stunted, held back to a more primitive age compared to the others of their time. This universe is rotting from the center. It heard the echoes of doom throughout all of reality, and still it clung to justice. This cannot be allowed. And just like that, the universe of Earth 19 disappears. Trillions of lives gone in a single instant. There were 52 universes in this perversion of Perpetua's multiverse. Now, there are 51 for her to correct. However, it does not end there. Armies must rise, and they will be led by their general, Lex Luthor, the apex predator. And he shall hold the flag high as the armies destroy worlds one after another. The eternal battle will begin where doom triumphs over justice over and over again, and he will live and fight forever. And out in space, the Javelin floats with its two lone passengers, Hawkgirl and Shane. Shane is trying to activate the controls, but Hawkgirl tells him it's no use. This is all her fault. She was stupid and selfish. She has doomed the multiverse, trying to get revenge for Jean. If he was here, he would have stopped her. It's just after losing so many battles, she was sure that this was right. And Shane tells her that he can still feel his presence in Luthor's life force. She did what she did because of her love for Jean. She did it to protect what she thought would be lost if Luthor won, and he loves her for it. And that's when a transmission comes on with Batman yelling over the comms, asking if they can hear him. They have the pieces of the totality, and they need to know what happened out there. Shane responds, telling them that they're lost up there. Starman is dead, and the Anti-Monitor betrayed them. Perpetua is more powerful than she ever was before. She's already destroyed an entire universe. His mother was stabbed, and they're flying nowhere. And as Batman tries to press the return home button, the lights all begin to blink, and Shane realizes that the ship is crashing. Hawkgirl and Shane are going to be lost in space forever. Somebody has to find them. Somebody has to save them. Batman, please. But at that moment, Lex is rallying his soldiers, telling them that the bird has been clipped, and their focus will now be on the defeat of the League. Their victory is all but assured, but he has learned that it is unwise to underestimate the League. Perpetua tells him that she agrees. Perhaps it is time for him to prove his worth. And Lex asks how so. So Perpetua says that she'll give him everything that he needs and he will kill them all. Lex tells her that he's been waiting for this part. That gets us up to issue 35 of Justice League. Now we are officially at the part where basically it's the Doom War. It's time for the final fight of the Justice League. And if you want to know what happens, subscribe to the channel, as next Thursday we're going to be bringing you the next chapter of this epic. It does come to a conclusion and it's going to lead into the new death metal event happening at DC. So make sure you subscribe, give this video a like, and if you want early access to all of our videos, consider going to our Patreon, where for only $2 you get early access and you help ensure that these videos actually come out and we get to work on them. Either way, guys, thank you so much for your support of just watching this video, and I will see you next time right here.